Hi, these are the notes for page 3 in your notebook. You should title this metric measurement notes, and in the bottom right, you should number the page 3. Our essential question for this unit is, how do we use science skills every day? And our learning target for today is, I can describe how to measure things in science. So in science, we use different measurement systems than you might be familiar with. So the United States is unique that it has its own measurement system versus literally the entire rest of the world, including all scientists, use what is called the metric system. So today we're going to review what units are in the metric system so we as scientists know what units to use. So distance is how far apart things are, and the units we use are kilometers, meters, or centimeters. You can use a meter stick to measure things like meters or kilometers. Mass is the amount of stuff in an object, and that stuff is what we call atoms. The units for mass are grams and kilograms. Tools that we use are a triple beam balance or an electronic scale. Volume is the amount of space inside of something. So inside of this cup, right now there's just a bunch of empty space in here, but if I filled it with water, that is the volume or the space inside of this cup. The units we use for volume are milliliters and liters. Some common tools you will see in science are a graduated cylinder, which is this little guy. And if you see really close, there's little lines that indicate milliliters, or a beaker. So you can also see there it says milliliters. And these are common tools we use in science. Graduated cylinder, because if you flip it over, it looks like a graduation hat. And a classic beaker. Finally, temperature is the degrees of heat. You guys are very familiar with temperature. If it's 100 degrees outside, it's really, really hot. But that is in Fahrenheit. So instead, in science, we only use Celsius. So if you've been to other countries, you're probably familiar with Celsius. The tools we use to measure temperature is a thermometer. So please make sure your notebook page looks exactly like this. And if you want to draw some pictures or add some extra notes, please feel free to.